Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my Flosstube. My name is Crystal Rowe, and I'm glad you're here. So, hope everybody's doing good. Oh no, my mind went blank. Alright, so I'm a little bit more organized this week, and I'm not as organized as I should be. But as far as quick life updates, it's the same old thing. We're doing school, appointments, hanging out, you know, thankfully nothing crazy, no ER visits. My mom did call me this morning. Well, actually, I went over there yesterday and I was pulling out of the parking lot of her apartment building and there was an ambulance, but they didn't have their lights on, and I thought, I wonder what they're doing over here. So I was kind of concerned, you know, for the elderly people that live there. So I thought, well, I'll ask her later if she saw anything. So I come home, I take my dogs out and do all that, and I see that I have a bunch of missed calls, and it was her. Well, her life alert necklace had went off and she never heard anything, so she didn't know that it had went off, because normally if she hits the button, or if she accidentally hits the button of her life alert necklace, an operator will come over, like a speaker, and it has like a SIM card in it, kind of like a cell phone, so she can take it anywhere. So anyway, so she's like, the ambulance showed up, and I went to the door and I was like, I didn't hit my button. So they were like, that's okay, ma'am, it happens. So we were trying to figure out, I said, well, you need to call them and see why you didn't hear anybody come over the speaker. So I don't know if she ever called them or not. So she calls me this morning and she says, the police called. They wanted to know if I was okay, because my necklace went off again. And she said, you know what happened? I said, what? Well, she had gotten a replacement necklace because the actual necklace part had broke on her old one, so they sent her a new one. Well, she threw that one away. She didn't know she was supposed to mail it back, and I didn't either. There was no information in the box to mail it back. So that thing has been in the trash for at least a week, which means it is in a landfill, and it's going off. It had never been deactivated. So the other necklace was going off, and that's why the police called, so to make sure she was okay. So they deactivated the old necklace, so it can't be, hopefully it can't be pushed anymore. So that's what was going on. So anyway, yeah, thankfully there's, you know, if there's accidents, it takes up emergency workers' time, but they don't punish the person, because accidents do happen. And those necklaces are kind of sensitive. I mean, they're supposed to be sensitive. So she does a really good job of wearing her necklace, because if she would fall, I mean, she has a cell phone, but you know, cell phone will go flying. So the necklace will stay on her. So I'm glad she has that necklace. So anyway, it's just a funny little story. Alright, so let's get started. I think I have a lot of stuff to show you. I have a lot of haul, and I want to start with my comments. So the first comment I want to go over, well, first of all, I had a ton of sweet comments about my Santa's Village on my Stitch With Me videos. Everybody gave me positive feedback, saying they enjoy seeing it come along, so that made me feel good, and I appreciate that. So last week I talked about, I was working on my Nightmare Before Christmas sale, and I was frustrated because my DMC kept shredding. Well, Gable Stitcher posted a comment, and she said, she was a first-time viewer, and she really enjoyed my video and sense of humor. Thank you. But she also said she had a suggestion for the 310. She said, try a needle with a bigger eye. Try going down a size. I find that with a Monaco, I need to stitch with a 24 or 26 needle, or my thread shreds. She guesses that Linda is similar. The bigger eye pushes the holes open enough that she finds a thread shreds much less. As soon as I read this comment, I switched from a 28 needle to a 26, and it absolutely worked. Thank you, Gable Stitcher, for your feedback. It absolutely worked. Then a couple days later, Laura left a comment saying something similar. She said, for the thread shedding issue, you might try a little natural beeswax thread conditioner just on the end of your floss. And she references Lori Holt's video that shows you how to do this. And she also says maybe a different needle size or a bigger eye needle. And cutting floss in shorter lengths. So she left similar feedback, and that's great advice. So I did use a little bit of beeswax on the end of my threads, but okay, it's under my couch right now. It fell on the floor and went under my couch, so I need to pull my couch out and get my beeswax out. And I've just been putting that off. I don't know why. It would literally take me 10 seconds. But you know, sometimes when you pull your couch out, you find a lot of dust bunnies and other assorted items, and I'm like, then I'm gonna start cleaning. So I've been putting it off, but I need to do that because it does help to put the wax on the end of your thread, and I got that from Lori Holt, and it helps with the shredding. Because what I've been doing is I do some stitches, and when I see the end of my thread starting to get tatty, I trim it off. And I end up wasting a lot of thread that way, and also I get little pieces of thread all over the place, so I need to do that. So thank you, Laura. And Sharon Williams commented, and she said she loved the idea of a tour of a bear's mansion. Okay, I'll never do a tour of my house like Priscilla, because my house looks like real people live in it and not a decorator. And I wish that I could keep a house like Priscilla, maybe when Parker's 18, and you know, but I'm not a decorator. I do good to get my cross stitch up and a couple little things, but my house is very lived in, let's put it that way. She said that she was wondering if I could share my floss storage system. She's beginning to get a few DMCs and needs to be able to see what she has so she doesn't keep purchasing it over and over. So I do have my floss here, and let me show you what I did. Okay, so this actually was much neater until yesterday. I went through all of my DMC and was looking for what flosses I had for the Nightmare Before Christmas out. Because the floss list, I don't have it with me, but it's big. It's a lot. Actually, I do. I have, these are the ones that I did not have in my bin. So, even though you can't see them, you can see this is a lot of floss that I didn't have. So, I made this list to go through my whips and see what I could pull from my whips, so that I don't have to go buy all this floss, because these things are 21 by 21. There's no way I'm going to need whole skeins of floss for this. So I'm hoping I have some of this in my whips, and then maybe I can use some overdyed substitutions and then buy the rest. So I was going through all my DMC and I messed it all up, but I'm going to show you guys anyway. So this is my DMC box. And it's in numerical order. Excuse me. And it used to look like, okay, see this one right here? This is like the neat one. It used to look like, all of them used to look like this. So they have the number. I used to use a pen, but I wasn't able to read it quickly. It was like my handwriting was messy. Then I tried the DMC stickers, and I didn't like those stickers because they're so small, and they kind of fall off of some of them. So I used my label maker to make the labels, and I wound the bobbins. Well, this is, and then they're in order. Well, they're all messed up right now because I was just grabbing handfuls and going through them. But normally they're stacked neatly. However, my new floss for my new projects, I don't do this way. What I do is I put them on thread drops. But since I've started that, I haven't really had any to put back into my stash, because the whips that I finished have been with overdyed threads, if that makes sense. but I am transitioning to doing thread drops on floss rings. So here, this is my container for overdyed. So the way this is, on top of my bin, I have floss that needs to be put away. So these flosses I pulled from a whip, and these need to be organized. And this is an old floss card that I made that has extra floss that needs to be organized. So this is sitting on top, along with a few DMCs. And then I have floss rings with my different brands. So this is Week Style Works, and I keep it in rainbow order, and then if I don't have time, like these two, I just threw on there, and then I'll go back and stick them in the rainbow order where they go. So this is my Week Style Works ring. I have a ring of DMC colors of the new, like the Blanc, B5200, Ecru, and I keep those on here because I use so much. So when I get stocked up, I'll have like several, and then as I kit up new projects, I'll take them off. This is a Victorian motto ring. And if you can't guess which one I have the most of, it's Classic Colorworks. So they are a little tangled. This is my Classic Colorworks ring. And if you look, you can see it was in color order, but these are not. Like right here starts where I've got to separate them by color. So I have a lot of these because of stitching with the Housewives projects, and I'm in the Classic Colorworks Floss Club with Fat Quarter Shop. This is my Gentle Arts ring. Most of these are left over from Winter Rose Manor. And this is my Color and Cotton ring. And I have to say, this is my favorite one because, oh, I just love Color and Cotton. So, and then this is a brand I don't have. This is Stitchy Stuff. This was actually Stitchy Kindness from Candace K. And I have one thread drop of DMC on here. So this is the only DMC that I have actually put back in here on a floss drop. And eventually I'll give the DMCs their own thread rings, floss rings. And these are just binder clips from Amazon. And then I have this baggie, which is extra DMC. These are DMC colors that I already have bobbinated. They're just seconds. So when I run out of a bobbin, I will check. I have a list written on the front of the bag of most of the colors in here, so I can just check the list and say, okay, I have 950 in there, so I don't have to go buy 950. And then in the bottom, I have a baggie that has some, the little baggies for your floss, what are they called? I can't think. I use those for my silks. I have a few silks for a Lindy Stitches project, and I keep the silks in these so they don't get tangled up. And then I have extra bobbins and floss drops in here. So, but during the Common Threaded Stitcher hashtag on Instagram, Pam from Just Keep Stitching showed a drawer system that they keep their overdyes in. I think it was just overdyed. And I really like that. I think I'm going to switch over to that. It's just one of those plastic containers that has drawers. I think it's about this big. And I want to do like, I'm not sure if I want to do colors or brand, because typically when I'm looking for a substitution, I just pull all those colors. So I'll have to think about that, of which one I want to do. But I'm outgrowing my little container. So, and when I start doing my DMC, that's what I'll do. I'm going to do DMC in numerical order. I do like color order, but when I'm kitting something up, it takes me too long to go through the colors first. I'd rather have it in numerical order. So that's how I keep my floss. So it's a changing system. I've tried floss bags, floss away bags, that's what those bags are called. I've tried floss bags, but I have a hard time picking substitutions when they're in floss bags. So that's why I don't use floss bags. I prefer the drops. So I can just yank, I can just go like this, look at it, and throw it back down. And somebody's walking by, my dogs are going to bark. I can guarantee it. I said that on my Stitch With Me video and they didn't bark, and they're not barking this time. It's because they're napping. Rosie's up here napping. She's going to get a haircut today. Maybe tomorrow. I need to cut her hair. Okay. So let me put this away somewhere. I knocked my phone over. Let me try to fix this. Okay. I was trying to put this floss away in a better spot, and I knocked my phone over. So, that was a long way. I have one more comment question. Well, it was a comment highlight, and it was from Gina. And Gina commented on my Stitch With Me video, number 20, and she said she loves seeing my progress on Santa's Village. Red is her favorite, so seeing Christmas pieces always makes her happy. And she's glad my husband is not an axe murderer, because I was filming my Stitch With Me video, and because I was concentrating on filming, I did not hear my husband pull up into the driveway, and I didn't pay attention to the notification from my Ring camera outside. So when he walked in the door, I thought somebody was coming in to kill me because I listen to a lot of true crime and watch a lot of true crime. So when he busted through the door, and I was not prepared. Normally, I know he's here just because the dogs hear his vehicle and they start going crazy at the door. But I didn't pay attention to anything. I was just concentrating on my Stitch With Me video. So yeah, my heart stopped. And I wasn't expecting him because it was in the middle of the day, and he had to take half a day from his day job to do a meeting with the town. So that's not normal for him. Normally he works until 3:30 at his day job and then goes to town hall. So anyway, yeah, I'm glad he wasn't an axe murderer too. Alright, so let's get to whips, because I don't have any finishes. I actually need to clean my glasses. Can't wait to go to my eye appointment later this month and get an updated prescription and maybe try some contacts again. Alright, so just because it's on top, I'm going to go ahead and show this. I will insert a picture of, sorry, they're not sitting right. I will insert a picture of, it's not a great picture because it was taken in my bedroom and the lighting is really bad, but I laid out my serendipity blocks and realized that I was missing a complete row. So this week I've been working on that row, and this is what will be added to the bottom. So this was really fun to make. This block was super fun. So I'm just going to scan over. This is Folktale by Layla Batik, and my background is, I know you can't see all that. So that's the bottom row. So the rest of this week, or not the rest of this week, when I start working on this again, I'm going to start adding the sashing in between the other blocks and putting the rows together. I'm probably going to have to order, I'm definitely going to have to order another yard of my background fabric to complete my sashing and borders. So I'll have to do that. I didn't order what they recommended in the beginning, so I definitely ran out. So now on the cross stitch whips. This is a new start. So this was haul, but I didn't wait to start it. This is Hands-On Design, Let's Talk Stitching. Yes, that's what it's called. I ordered this from Fire Poppies, and I will show you the rest of my haul from Fire Poppies during the haul. But I really wanted to start this. So I started it on chalkboard black. I have DMC sticking everywhere. I started this on chalkboard black, 14 count, and I have Ort's whip in this part, so I'm starting in the right hand corner and working my way out, and I left off with a long piece of DMC. So here's what happened. I was so excited to start this, And then once I started, I realized like the whole thing almost is in 3865, which is like, not technically, it's a white stitching. And I thought, why did I want to do this again? All of these white stitches, because I mean, you know, but it's just that where I started, it's white, 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 and then I got to get to the fun stuff right here. So it'll be worth it in the end though. It's very pretty. And I have the Let's Talk Spring that someone sent me for Stitchy Kindness, so I'll pull that out when I do go back to spring stitching after winter. Alright, so my next whip is my October calendar crates by Stitching with the Housewives. And I worked a little bit more on this. So I think since my last video, when I left off, I just had the half of the quilt done, so I added the top of the brooms, I added these pumpkins, and started on the house. I'm waiting until the end to do, I did the green and the witch, but I'm waiting until the end to do all of the green stitching because the green is just peppered out, so I don't want to waste time doing a little bit of green, stopping, starting, stopping, starting. So I'll do the green last, the leaves and stuff. So that's fun. I like that. And I have a couple things in haul that go with this. So my next project is my 25/7 project, Santa's Village. And been just working away at this a little bit at a time. So here's the previous finishes, and this is what I've got. So today I put in the greenery and the yellow, but since my last video, I never know where I've left off with this because I do it every day and I do it on Stitch With Me, but I need to start taking a picture. I'm gonna hold this for a second so I can take a screenshot of where I'm at so I can show you guys next week. It's coming along. My whip's going. Okay, so my next whip is Halloween Parade by the Blue Flower. And I had my whole DMC story with Mosey, my DMC, and all that with this. So I finally got the DMC I needed. I finished her dress. I'll show it to you. In case you're new here, I'll show you the whole thing. This is on 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. I finished her dress, put in her feet and sandals, and the bone and the fish, and I started the tree. This tree is a lot, so I'm using a what's this called, line keeper, to do it line by line to make sure I don't get off on my counting. So it's slow going, but it is coming together. It's just slow going. I thought I would get done with this quicker than I have, but it's okay. It's not a race. Alright, my next whip is the Nightmare Before Christmas sale by Story Stitches. This is a free sale from Story Stitches Blogspot. This is the outline that was released on September 1st. And I have been doing a little bit of this every day. So this is upside down because I'm starting from the bottom and working my way this way to get the calendar in. So this is just where I left off with my piece of DMC. So I went this way and now I'm going this way. This one is double because it is one square is a double square. The rest of them are like this. So I'm just bringing my stitches down, and then I'll have to add this second. You can see I have some of it, I have the second line, some of it I don't. I'll have to complete that second line of border around, and then I can turn it this way and put in my top. This is on 28 count Linda. This is the one I talked about that I've moved up to a size 26 needle. 28 count Linda in the color Not Another Sampler by Stitch Me. And I love this color. It's really, really pretty. It's a great lighter neutral. Okay. My last cross stitch whip is a Restart. And it is Tiny Modernist Moon Phase Bell Pull. So I'll show you what I had started previously. I had this piece of fabric and I had started in the middle. Well, actually like this. I had started in the middle because I was worried about fitting it on here because it's kind of a smaller piece. And my brain was melting. I'm not a middle starter, especially on a project like this. And I just knew. I knew without a doubt I was going to mess it up. So, I restarted it yesterday. Same fabric, 14 count chalkboard black. I'm going to fold it. This is the whole piece, but I'm going to fold it in half. And I started at the top. So, I'm just going to work my way down. I'm putting in like each layer. So, I did the DMC 310. And then I'm adding in my whites. And after I do that, I will add in, there's only 4 colors. There's white, black, and 2 grays. So after I do my white, I will add in the gray. And I'm just going to keep going down in chunks. So it comes together that way. I'm stitching this for Parker, my son. Who is literally passed out asleep about 5 feet from me. Oh, he just stirred. He might be listening to me. Okay. So that's all my cross stitch whips. I don't have any haul. Wrong. I have haul. I don't have anything on my wish list. I had some things that caught my eye this week. One of them was the Tiny Modernist preview for the Christmas stitch along, and it may have been released by now. I thought it was really cute. I guess I'll insert that. I'll have to put the title because I don't know the title. But they released a sneak peek, and I love the colors. They're bright and happy. So that looked really interesting to me. But other than that, I don't really have anything to share. So I'm going to move into haul after I get a drink of my... I think I've showed these for my protein shakes I drink because I had gastric bypass. The cafe latte. This is the only brand... only flavor. I can't drink any other flavor of this brand that I can drink, the cafe latte. All the other ones are like, no, I can't drink them. Oh, I take that back. I did find another one. It is the Fairlife Nutrition Plan chocolate. It has to be the nutrition plan because they have a different kind that's chocolate, and I can't drink that one. So, alright, so just something easy first for haul because it's right in front of me. I saw these highlighters at Dollar General and I had to get them. Because I have been highlighting my charts, the ones I'm having trouble seeing, with my friction markers. And those are a much more concentrated color, and I knew I needed to get some highlighters that wouldn't be so intense. And also, the friction markers are more expensive and I want them to last longer. So... I got these highlighters, and they're like so pretty, like Easter colors. They're just basic big highlighters, but they're just soft colors. I like it. Alright, so I'm gonna have to get my haul box. Stick it over here. Alright, so the first thing is I ordered the linen for my Barbara Anna sale. Or, it's not a sale. Oh! Somebody's climbing up my lap. Stormy. She's frisky. Say, too frisky for Flosstube. Too frisky for my mommy. Gonna tear up the house. Okay. So. I need to give her something. Oh! She got my toe. Let me find something for her to play with. You wanna play with this? You wanna play with this? Go get it. She is going to tear up my fabric. I just know it. Okay, so I started this on Lagana. It's supposed to be linen. If you're new here, it was a whole thing. So I ordered the linen. And I ordered this from, this is a dark cobblestone 32 count Belfast Zweigart. I ordered this from an eBay shop, and I want to share the name because I have used her for a lot of orders. And I've never been disappointed. She has fast shipping, good customer service. And her eBay store is called Home Sweet Home Needle Crafts. And I will link that in the description box. Yeah, I've ordered probably at least 10 times I've ordered from this store. And it's always great customer service. So, alright, so yeah, I can restart that now. And just cut this out and use this for something else because it's still got lots of linen left. It'd be great for a small or a Christmas ornament. Okay, so my next haul is the Back Quarter Shop Floss Fix. This is, you've probably seen this on other floss tubes. This is the golden browns. And these are wonderful. Wonderful. I don't have anything white to show you. But these are all, you know, like chai. Oh, I've never had that color before. It's really pretty. This is brown hen. I have used that on Stitching with the Housewives. They use brown hen, I believe. Straw hat. This one, I've never had that. That's more of a, let's say maybe a golden, more of a golden brown. Little House Brown. I have never had this. Ooh, I like that. That's more of a, maybe a red brown? Is that what you would call that? A red brown? Stepping Stones, which is a common color for Stitching with Housewives. It's like a gray brown. And Cocoa Bean, which is just your classic, like, chocolate brown. So I know I will use all of these on different projects. I'm really happy. Never thought I'd be happy to get a pack of brown floss, but when you need it, you need it. So I like that. Very useful. And the next thing is my haul from Fire Poppies. Okay, this is, I'm going to pull this out. Courtney Stitches, please, and I are going to do a sale for this. We don't have a date yet. Courtney had to get her fabric special ordered from the attic, so whenever she gets hers, you know, we'll figure that out. It's no rush. The Blue Flower Moonlight sampler. And let me tell you what, this thing is like, it's not a book, but it may as well be a book. There's a gazillion pages. It is so well packaged. And she even includes a sticker for your piece to put, it says wrought by, it has a chart name, designer, completed, and notes. That you can write all your information and put it on your frame piece. And this is one of the nicest patterns I have ever bought. And it didn't cost any more than any other pattern. And there's a piece of nice cardboard to keep it like stiff. It's very nice. Big chart. And there's also, you get the main chart, but also there's this version that you can stitch instead if you don't want to stitch the whole sampler. So the called for fabric is wood smoke. And I did not order wood smoke. I started to, and I was having trouble finding it, like where I could order it quickly online. I have to adjust my legs. My legs are going to sleep. So I looked online forever, and I found this fabric. And I also found someone who was stitching that pattern using this fabric on Instagram. And it is 40 count Winter Wren by Fox and Rabbit. And let me tell you what, it is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It's like silver, rust. I mean, it's just so pretty. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm trying to get like the most accurate. That's the most accurate right there. That's the color. And then I had some of the floss. And then I ordered the overdyes that I didn't have. It's a mixture of Weeks, Classic Colorworks, and DMC. So I still have to buy the DMC. These are the flosses that I ordered. So it's just some of the colors. They're really pretty. I need to get another skein of this one. It is Collards by Weeks That Works. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And that's my first Fox and Rabbit purchase. I'm going to try to stitch this in hand. I want to. Good morning, baby.
Daddy's not here.
Daddy's not here? No, he's at work. Just woke up.
Why are you talking to yourself?
I'm doing my Flosstube. I'm talking to the people in Flosstube land. I also ordered a pack of John James 28 needles. I really like these needles for 40 count because the eye is smaller than the Pat Carson and it's easier for me to get through my fabric. So that is my haul from Fire Poppies, including, and also the Let's Talk stitching chart. So I'm gonna take a minute and put this chart up because this chart is like liquid gold to me. And I don't want anything to happen to it. Yeah. I mean, she used like really high quality materials on this chart. Okay. So, there's that for later. And this is the stuck. This is the red bag it comes in. I saved that. I'm not going to keep it forever, but that's fun, like getting a big red package in the mail and you know it's from Fire Poppies. Alright, so the next thing I have, I actually want to get something out, was my Stitching with the Housewives calendar crates. Oh, Stormy found something to play with. Let me see. It may be in a... Well, I was hoping I could show you guys the difference, but I don't have a skein of it here. Well, that won't work, but I'll just talk about it. Okay, so I got my kit for the November calendar crate. I don't have a chart because I put it in a giveaway. So it's already been mailed to the recipient. I decided to do that. I'm just going to add the 14 count chalkboard black to my stash. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give this away. I don't need any more of this right now. This is 14 count chalkboard black. If you would like to stitch this, just use the word Ada in your comment, A-I-D-A. And this was the called for floss that came with it, which is really pretty fall colors. And I did keep these because I know I will use these on other Stitching with the Housewives project. So this is classic Stitching with Housewives colors, Queen Bee, Mossy. I've never used Mossy before. That's really pretty. Gingerbread. I know I'll use that for Christmas. Colonial Copper. This is the one I want to talk about. 2 skeins of Bamboo. And Barn Door, which I love Barn Door. Okay, so this Colonial Copper, I opened it up, and Colonial Copper is one of my favorite classic Colorworks colors. I absolutely love it. I have a project bag. I really thought I had a skein of this in my stash, but I don't. I have a project bag that I stitched with this. And let me tell you what, I'm going to use this piece of white paper to show you. This is so different. Now, I know you don't have to tell me hand-dyed flosses are not always the same color. But this was one of my favorite colors. And this run of it is very different. I don't know if you can see that. It's really light and it has a lot more like yellow in it, or you know, the Colonial Copper that I love is like a copper. And I was like, man, I know it's a petty thing, but you know when you just have your favorite colors, and I was like, why did they change it so much? I mean, I have bought probably five of these, and they've always been like a copper. And I opened this up and I'm like, this reminds, now this is a beautiful color. It reminds me of fall leaves. But I was like, oh man, and like, is it meant to be like that? I don't know. So it's a beautiful color, but it just goes to show, like, if you love a color, get it when you see it, because the next time they dye it could be completely different. And I hate to show that without the comparison, but you know, maybe if I find my other Colonial Copper, I'll show you guys next time or what I'm talking about. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed about that, but I don't have any reason to be disappointed. It's just my own self. Oh, I know what somebody's doing. He's going to go get him some soda. I call it pop, because where I'm from, we say pop. He does not like it when I call it that, because down here, they don't call it that.
You don't have to cut that.
I'm not cutting it. You're getting you a drink. I'm going to get me a drink too, because I'm thirsty.
Don't do that.
He said, don't cut that. Alright, so I don't have a ton more haul. I just have a couple things. I have already shown this on my Stitch With Me. So, I picked these up at Hobby Lobby. I had to go get some DMC. And these are little paper die cuts of Santa. And I thought these would make the cutest floss drops. So, I already showed this on my Stitch With Me. And I opened them up, and I opened them up the wrong way. And I already used my, I'm knocking everything off. I already used my little round thing to make the hole, and to make it look like a floss drop. And it's white on the back, and I thought those were so cute. Now, it was $3.99, but 40% off, so it was $2.40.
Mom.
Yeah, baby.
If I say grandma, which one am I referring to?
Well, you have two of them, so I don't know.
Correct.
So you gotta call them by their name. So which one?
Can you tell me in your one at 4:40?
We'll talk about it when I'm done filming my Flosstube. I'm almost done. Okay, so they were $2.40 for the pack, and you get 20. So I thought these would make really cute floss drops. As I said in my Stitch With Me video, they had other styles. They had a Christmas tree, but it was a lot smaller. It was like this big. And they also had some, they had a snowflake, but it had pointy edges. And they also had some that just like look like traditional gift tags. So those would have made really cute. I guess I'm getting a phone call, but it's still recording. Those will make really cute floss drops too. But this is the one I got, so I think I'm going to punch all these out and use them for my Santa's Village. I'm going to switch out because I just love them and I want to look at them a lot. So since I work on that every day, I think I'm going to use it for Santa's Village. And the next thing I got was for my October calendar crates, which I already put up, but I'll pull it out again. Okay, so for this, I got it for my board. And I've got these wooden beads. I got these from Dollar General. to kind of hang like she does. These were $3. And they also had some that had gnomes. I think a cat face. They had like 4 different styles of this. And I got the one with the pumpkin. And it has a little... Now, these are shorter than like the normal ones you buy. But that's fine with me because I think it's cute. It's only $3. And the other thing I bought was a ghost to match these ghosts. And it's this little guy. He was $1. This was the last one they had. So he had a little bit of discoloration on him. But it was the last one, so I went ahead and got it. They also had a cat face. They had like 4 of these too. And then they also had some that were just like little signs that say like the witch is in, or, you know, little Halloween sayings. So I got these to hang from my display for my October counter crate. So I thought they were really cute. And they were cheap from Dollar General. I just want to share that in case you have a Dollar General and you want to go check that out. Because I don't have a Michael's that sells Halloween stuff. So my local options for Halloween is Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Walmart. Because Hobby Lobby does not sell Halloween decorations. I also picked up this pick at Walmart. It's just a Halloween pick to stick in that jar. It was just $1 and I don't love it, but okay. So, that was my friend's son stopping by to pick something up that he left here. So anyway, I was like, who's at the door? Anyway, I was showing this pick and I'll be honest, I don't love this, but it was $1 and I thought if I can't find anything else Halloween, I need something to stick in that jar. So I do have some regular orange pumpkins maybe I can add to it, but for right now, this is okay. I really want some candy corn, but like I said, I don't have a Michael's and I didn't see anything like that at Hobby Lobby. So for now, I'll use this and maybe next year I can just, I don't know, order some online or maybe I'll be at a Michael's or something. I'm not worried about it. The thing to me that's cute is like this stuff, you know, so I can kind of like make that look better. So I think that's it. That's all I have. Okay, I lied. I'm not done. I forgot my Flosstober shout out. So a little birdie sent me a message and recommended that I check out this channel. And the Flosstuber's name is Sandy Bakos. And she already had a floss tube, but she had to take a break due to some health issues with her and her husband. She is a caregiver for her husband who has Parkinson's, and she herself has health conditions, and I absolutely loved her floss tube. And I really want to give her a big floss tube hug and support, because anyone who is, you know, going through something like that, I just think that for them to be able to take the time and film a video and share their stitching and take the time to upload it, I just think that, you know, that's really awesome. And her stitching really inspired me. She had a lot of pieces that I had never seen before, that I never would have thought about, and her stitching's beautiful and it's varied. So I want to send you along to her channel. She said she did lose a few subscribers while she was taking a break. So she had like 600 and some. So if you could just take a moment and check out Sandy's channel. I'm not sure how often she'll be able to upload videos. It depends on what's going on with her life. But I really loved her floss tube, and I think that she would appreciate some new viewers. So thank you guys for joining me, and for real this time, have a good week.